All right, well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out on this rainy evening. My mother would refer to this as a dirty night. It's a dirty night. Well, despite the fact that we've lost all of our snow, we're going to start with a Gordon Lightfoot song that really sets a winter mood. It's called Song for Winter's Night. Before anything, I should really introduce my friend Jessica Wedden here. She's going to be. So let me poll the crowd here. How many are Jessica Wedden superfans? No? Okay, all right. And how many have never seen Jessica perform before? All right. Be prepared to be in the first category after this evening. The lamp is burning low upon my tabletop. The snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love upon this winter night with you. Smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon each page the words of love you sent me. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love upon this winter night with you. The fire is dying now, my lamp is burning dim. The shades of night are lifting. Morning light steals across my window pane. The webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love and to be once again with you. Be once again with you. Well, thank you very much. From one Canadian songwriting legend to another. This is a David Francie song called Skating Rink. I've been erroneously calling it The Skating Rink, but it is Skating Rink. Now, you're going to hear a few David Francie songs, and there's a good reason for that, because this coming weekend, Jessica and I are going to be accompanying David as his band in Sarnia and Greenbank. So this is a bit of a practice, too. We're really excited. All right. Music from the skating rink drifts across the town. The stars of heaven high above, forever looking down. And I'm standing, looking upward, and I'm listening to the sound of the village in the lonely heart of winter. And the lights above the skating rink illuminate the scene. And on the snow the shadows show footsteps where we've been. And Danny's breath hangs motionless and hovers like a dream above his head in the lonely heart of winter. Above the skating rink, the blackened weight of space falls endless on the frozen world above the saving grace of the lights around the skating rink, laughing in the face of the darkness and the lonely heart of winter. From the skating rink drifts across the town, the stars of heaven high above, forever looking down. And I'm standing, looking upward, and I'm listening to the sound of the village in the lonely heart of winter. This next tune is called One More Time, and it is a fiddle tune that's composed by Jessica.
Thank you so much. So honored to join Chris. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna do. We're kind of doing a mishmash of all kinds of different songs because we've, in addition to practicing for the stuff that we're doing with David Francie, Turpin's Trail has also asked Jessica to join us for a number of shows, like Christmas shows we have coming up, including the next one of the monthly concert series. It's going to be over in Battersea, but it's going to be a Christmas show, and it has a date, the 18th, I think, the 18th of December. It's going to be in the evening. It's going to be a little bit later. It's going to be at 7:30 because there is an event here in the afternoon that is it's a recital / Christmas carol sing that a group called Who's Here is leading. That's Taya Williams over in Battersea has been involved in that band. So sounds like a wonderful evening that we didn't want to conflict with. So we're giving a little bit of a space between their event, so you can go to that one and then get a nice little bite to eat, and then come to Battersea for our Turpin's Trail Christmas show, and Jessica's going to be joining us for that. So all that to say, so we've got some David Francie stuff. We have some Christmas songs. We have a lot of the Jessica's been joining us for a lot of just regular Turpin's Trail shows as well. So we've got a bunch of those songs, and we did a couple of gospel concerts too. So we have a burgeoning little repertoire of gospel songs. So we're going to do one of those right now. This is one that I've sung, and I've told the story probably enough times that I'll try and do the shortest version of it. I got asked to sing at a funeral a few years ago, and the family, where they were very adamant that the name of the song was called Master's Garden. And I hadn't heard of Master's Garden. I had heard of the song Master's Bouquet. So immediately I said, "Do you mean Master's Bouquet?" And they said, "No, we're pretty sure it's called Master's Garden." So I went home and I Googled Master's Garden song and got about 4 hits, which if you've ever looked anything up on Google, that means it almost doesn't exist at all. But I looked it up and discovered it's a lovely song, but it's really, really peppy, and it's one of these kind of really upbeat bluegrass songs. But hey, I have sung many different kinds of songs in many situations. So I learned it, only to find out right before the funeral that no, they had actually meant Master's Bouquet. But I then started playing this song, and now I've subsequently had several people come up to me and say, for my funeral, I want you to play that Master's Garden. Anyway, it goes like this. The winter of my life is almost over. Do not grieve me as I go. For when they lay my body neath the clover, then begins the springtime of my soul. Oh, to bloom in the Master's Garden with the saints who've gone before, all forgiven by His gracious pardon. Oh, to bloom for Him forevermore. I can see my destination clearly, neatly by the Jordan's tide, a garden filled with those I love so dearly, kneeling by my blessed Savior's side. Oh, to bloom in the Master's Garden with the saints who've gone before, all forgiven by His gracious pardon. Oh, to bloom for Him forevermore. Of stone by pouring out the blood of Christ upon us. In His garden we will find a home. Oh, to bloom in the Master's Garden with the saints who've gone before, all forgiven by His gracious pardon. Oh, to bloom for him forevermore. Oh, to bloom in the Master's garden with the saints who've gone before, all forgiven by his gracious pardon. Oh, to bloom for him forevermore. Oh, to bloom for him forevermore. Nice. Oh, finally coming home. Well, this is this is one I've been singing for many, many years. It's a song I wrote called "Finally Coming Home." Been along 4 years, 3 months and 16 days that I've been gone, but I'm coming home today. The train stops at the station of the town where I was born, and it finally sinks into me that I'll be home this morn. So as I walk along the long and winding road, I remember every rock and tree, and I don't have far to go. I'll soon sit in the kitchen with the family that I know. Oh, nothing beats the feeling of finally coming home. It seems a lifetime ago that I left to find my way. I had to see the world, and for that I couldn't stay. I had to find out for myself what was waiting there for me, just past the horizon, somewhere I couldn't see. So as I walk along the long and winding road, I remember every rock and tree, and I don't have far to go. I'll soon sit in the kitchen with the family that I know. Oh, nothing beats the feeling of finally coming home. Like a beacon from a lighthouse for a ship that's lost at sea, the smoke from the chimney is there and calling me. No matter what mistakes I made, no matter where I roam, I know that there's a place for me, a place that I call home. So as I walk along long and winding road, I remember every rock and tree, and I don't have far to go. I'll soon sit in the kitchen with the family that I know. Oh, nothing beats the feeling of finally coming home. So as I walk along the long and winding road, I remember every rock and tree, and I don't have far to go. I'll soon sit in the kitchen with the family that I know. Oh, nothing beats the feeling of finally coming home. We're going to do a song for you now that was written by Richard Thompson. It's a song called Bee's Wing. It's got a bit of a special meaning for for me, it's a song that was sung by a friend of mine from Fogo Island who passed away suddenly and way too early, a wonderful musician by the name of Mike Penton. I met Mikey in 2019 when I was there, when Heather was on sabbatical, and I was asked to be an artist in residence on Fogo Island for the month of August in 2019. And one of the goals of my residency was to try and mentor some talented musicians from the island that are interested in kind of taking their music and possibly making a career out of it. And Mike was certainly well on his way before I ever our paths entered and crossed with each other. But he was such a fiercely talented guy and just a lovely man. And unfortunately, he passed away in February of 2021. But he used to sing this song. It was the first time I've ever heard this song, Beeswing, and it was Mikey's song. He had this amazing ability of taking whatever song he sang and just making it his own. And so I had absolutely no intention of ever trying to sing this song because, I mean, why bother changing or why bother coming up with another version when you've got this amazing version as it was? And so then when Mikey passed, I endeavored to learn it as a way of kind of staying close with him, and so I'm going to sing it. And Jessica graciously, we collaborated on a bit of a little instrumental fill in the middle that really kind of pulls the song together. So this is called Beeswing. I was 18 when I came to town. They call it the summer of love. They were burning babies, burning flags, the hawks against the doves. And I took a job at the Seaving way down on Caldrum Street. And I fell in love with the laundry girl who was working next to me. Brown hair zigzagged around her face, a look of half surprise. Like a fox caught in the headlines, there was animal in her eyes. She said to me, can't you see I'm not the factory kind? And if you don't take me out of here, I'll lose my mind. She was a rare thing, so fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price on love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. We busked around the market towns for picking down in Kent, and we could tinker pots and pans and knives wherever we went. We were camping down the Gower one time and the work was mighty good. She wouldn't wait for the harvest, I thought we should. And I said to her, we'll settle down and get a few acres dug, with a fire burning in the hearth and babies on the rug. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You might be lord of half the world, you'll not own me as well. She was a rare thing, so fine as a bee's wing. I mean, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, so long as there's no price on love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. We were drinking more in those days, our tempers reached a pitch. Like a fool I let her run away, she took the rambling itch. At last I heard she's living rough, back in the Derby beat, with a bottle of White Horse in her pocket, a wolfhound at her feet. And they say that she got married once to a man called Romany Brown. Well, even the gypsy caravan was too much like settling down. They say her roses faded, rough weather and hard boots, Well, maybe that's the price you pay for the chains that you refuse. She was a rare thing, so fine as a bee's wing, and I miss her more than ever words could say. If I could just taste all of her wildness now, if I could hold her in my arms today, I wouldn't want her any other way. If I could hold her in my arms today, I wouldn't want her any other way. Ooh, Christmas in Killarney. So I went and forgot to bring my Irish bouzouki with me this evening, and I was trying to play this song. This is one of the Christmas ones we've worked up. It's called Christmas in Killarney, and I know the two we've kind of thrown a jig called Morrison's Jig in the middle of this, and I was having trouble playing it on the bouzouki because I normally play it on the mandolin, and it's almost the same, but there's like one string that's different. So last night there were some creative jazz notes in it. Okay, I got it. There it is. All right. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call, and Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. Our hearts are light, our spirits bright, we'll celebrate our joy tonight. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. We'll decorate the Christmas tree with all the families here. Around the roaring fire, we'll raise a cup of cheer. There's gifts to bring and songs to sing and laughs to make the rafters ring. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. We'll take the horse and sleigh all across the fields of stone. Listen to the jingle bells everywhere we go. How grand it feels to click your heels and dance away to the jigs and reels. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice, you know, to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. And Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. Oh, the holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen. I'm handing you no blarney, no matter where you roam. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. Ooh, come rain or come shine. All right, we're going to try another David Francie one. This is one I've actually, the first time singing this song was last night, I think. I was at the Waring House and tried it out. I've known this song for many years. It's, which album is this on? Is this on Waking Hour?
I think it's
Or Skating Rink?
Skating
Rink, yeah. Lovely song. And I've known how to play it. I've just never sang it. So here we go. Long road, dark night, nothing but headlights. I'll see some bright lights when I get home to you. Framed in your doorway with your arms open wide. Fold me in my arms and fold you inside. And I wanna tell you, come rain or come shine, that I'll always be your love if you'll always be mine. Sometimes you wonder what I see in you. Just picture the ocean on an ocean of blue. Picture that ocean so deep and so wide. Feel the sun on the water and the pull of the tide. And I wanna tell you, come rain or come shine, that I'll always be your love if you'll always be mine. And I wanna tell you, come rain or come shine, that I'll always be your love if you'll always be mine. Sometimes I wonder what you see in me. Is it someone you're wishing or hoping I'll be? Sometimes I wonder, I can't help myself. Your love goes someplace with somebody else. And I wanna tell you, come rain or come shine, that I'll always be your love if you'll always be mine. And I wanna tell you, come rain or come shine, that I'll always be your love if you'll always be mine. Thank you. Here's another one. This is another original of mine that Turpin's Trail we recorded on our first album. It's called A Candle's Flame. Every time I walk these halls, the hearth cracks to the glimmer in my eyes, and the overture of midnight swells to daylight's own disguise. When I reach for her, the cup I pass flows to the brim with doubt. When I hear her voice on another tongue, the candle flickers out. I know her eyes fall on another's face. I know her voice calls their name. But I know my heart would take her to that place where wind or glass won't be enough to stay the candle's flame. It's enough to know that the fire's glow fades when you walk away. When the cold wind hits, the next skin fits a bit sooner every day. Can I say I strode the Damascus road, or am I just alone? Is it safer just to kick the rust off what's already known? I know her eyes fall on another's face. I know her voice calls their name. But I know my heart would take her to that place where wind or glass won't be enough to stay the candle's flame. Is it for us I'd call her name, or is it just for me? The wanting heart is hard to trust, the longing eyes to see. But I know her eyes fall on another's face. I know her voice calls their name. But I know her heart is in another place. How can I see a candle in the light of day when a single flicker slowly fades away, and a darkened wick is only what remains, the candle's flame, the candle's flame. Thank you very much. Oh, sure. We're going to try another gospel song. This is a bluegrass gospel song called Soul of Man. There's a really good version of, who is it? Tony Rice and Ricky Skaggs singing this song. The first version I heard, the one that I learned off of basically was John showed me, was a recording of Hank Williams and his wife at the time, Audrey. This is how it goes. To Canaan's land I'm on my way, where the soul of man never dies. My darkest night will turn to day, where the soul of man never dies. Dear friends, there'll be no sad farewells, there'll be no tear-dimmed eyes, where all is peace and joy and love, and the soul of man never dies. The rose is blooming there for me, where the soul of man never dies. It shines and lights eternity, where the soul of man never dies. Dear friends, there'll be no sad farewells, there'll be no tear-dimmed eyes, where all is peace and joy and love, and the soul of man never dies. That fair land where the soul of man never dies, and there will be no parting hand, where the soul of man never dies. My life will end in deathless sleep, where the soul of man never dies, and everlasting joy I'll reap, where the soul of man never dies. Dear friends, there'll be no sad farewells, there'll be no tear-dimmed eyes, and all is peace and joy and love, and the soul of man never dies. dies. It shines and lights the way to home, where the soul of man never dies. Dear friends, there'll be no sad farewells, there'll be no tear-dimmed eyes, where all is peace and joy and love, and the soul of man never dies, where the soul of man never dies. I'm all jumbled in my head. Oh, Red Wing, Black. Oh no, Doris and Dons. All right, we're going to do another couple of fiddle tunes. These are both written by Jessica. Anything you want to say about them? One's called Doris and Dons, and the other one's called Widgie's Jig.
Yes. So Doris and Dons was written for my good friend Doris Bushnell. We became really good friends when I was about 12 years old, and whenever I'd go to the jamborees, which she suggested I'd go to, which I gladly went to, she'd always be there, and she'd always have the warmest welcome. And whenever I think of going to those festivals and jamborees, she's a big part of that, and it's some of the nicest memories I have, really. And her husband had passed away a long time before I met her, but I wrote her this tune called Doris and Dons, and then the tune after this is a jig, and it's called Widgie's Jig because a pigeon came and visited me, and I named him Widgie.
Okay, this is another David Francie song. This is one I've never sung before. But it's one of the very first things. It's one of the first David Francie songs I think I ever heard. It's called Red Wing Blackbird. It's one of his bigger hits, too. I think it got a lot of play on CBC when his first album came out in 1999. How old were you, Jessica, in 1999? Negative 3? Negative 4?
I guess David was about 40, 41 or 2.
Well, he just turned 68. He just had his birthday.
Yeah. Oh yes, he just had his birthday, and I got some Frangelico. Have you guys heard of that before? Have you?
It's a liqueur, right?
Yes. I'm 20, and I went to Sweden in the summertime with Jessica Pearson and East Wind. It's a group I play with, and it was kind of my first time trying a few different drinks. And I've never talked about this on stage, so this feels very strange. But there was one drink that I did finish. It was a shot. It was, I didn't drink it like a shot, though, but it was very good. It was called Frangelico. It's an Italian drink. I don't know if I'm recommending this to you, but I gave David a bottle, and I hope he liked it. If David is watching it, I hope he liked it.
You mentioned that it was the first time ever being carded at the LCBO when you picked it up.
I was like, oh, that's good. I don't look 40 yet.
Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. He'll be there beside the river when winter finally breaks its bones. He'll be king among the rushes, he'll be master of his home. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Safe as Moses in the rushes, built his home on the river wide. Every time I hear him singing, makes me feel like spring inside. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Thought I heard a red wing blackbird down my road. Thank you. All right, we're going to do a, this is a Ron Hines song. Actually, David, when we got together for, I think it was our first practice, he was telling me a story of a time he he ran into Ron Hines. Ron Hines was a marvelous singer-songwriter from Newfoundland. And they referred to him as the man of 1,000 songs. Now, his song "Sonny's Dream" was by far his most ubiquitous song, but he has a whole catalog of amazing songs. And he said that David said he ran into Ron Hines several years ago. Not too long ago. I think Ron Hines passed away in 2015, perhaps. But so he. Interesting. Oh. Gremlins of some kind. 2015, and they had both had documentaries made about them, and I think they were showing it. Was it TIFF maybe or somewhere, some film festival, and they were both invited to go, and they were separate documentaries. But David said Ron came up to him or David came up to him and said, "Hey Ron, I hear we both have documentaries made about us." And Ron says, "Yep, I hear you die at the end of yours." Anyway, this is a song.
Why don't I remember that?
You don't remember?
I'm shocked.
This is a song called "I'll Be There Christmas Eve," and it's one we recorded. Now, there are two entirely different versions of this song, both written by Ron. The original was one, and the story of the song, it's all about a sailor who has to be away a lot, and but he's maintaining he's going to be back. His crew is getting leave and is going to be back for Christmas Eve, and it's all be there Christmas Eve. Now, years ago, when the Ennis sisters, a lovely trio of singers, also from Newfoundland, they were releasing a Christmas album, and they wanted to record the song, but at the time they were quite young, and their image was really very squeaky clean, and there's the verse in the second verse. It talks about the guy being he's still on the ship, and he's going off watch, and he's just going to get as drunk as he can be. So not that it's anything objectionable, but they thought it just doesn't quite match their image at the time. So they actually went to Ron and asked if there was any way he could rewrite the words, and to his credit, he did. So the first, for years, the only version of this I knew was the Ennis Sisters version, and that's actually the one we recorded on the Turpin's Trail Christmas album. But I'm going to sing you the other one, because I don't know, they're both really nice, but I got to sing the first version for several years, and now I'm going to try get the second one in as well. Who knows why we do the things we do? Why I chose this life so far from you? But this crew just got 10 days Christmas leave, and I'll be there, darling, I'll be there, and I'll be there Christmas Eve. Darling, don't stop believing, and don't give up hope, don't lose faith in me, and I'll be there Christmas Eve. I'm 18 hours out from Liverpool, I've gone off watch, I'm drunk as any fool, and tomorrow I'll be sorry for my head, and I know I'll tread lightly, but in my heart I will be glad. Like I said, I'll be there Christmas Eve. Darling, don't stop believing, and don't give up hope. Don't lose faith in me, and I'll be there Christmas Eve. I can see the harbor's morning lights. Bless this ship that got us through this night. And bless this crew of hard and honest men. In 10 days' time, I'm gonna sail with them again. But until then, I'll be there Christmas Eve. Darling, don't stop believing, and don't give up hope. Don't lose faith in me, and I'll be there Christmas Eve. And don't give up hope. Don't you lose faith in me, and I'll be there Christmas Eve. Maybe do Dallas St. Anne's, and maybe I'll ask Michelle to do the plate and sort of do this. Well, maybe we're going to do a song called The Ballad of St. Anne's Reel, but maybe as we're sort of getting ready to do this, Michelle, are we doing a pass the plates thing, or are we doing that at the end? Or we can do that now? Okay. So thank you so much for coming to the show, and for we've got a whole bunch more songs to play. We're just thought this would be a good time to pass the plates, as it were, raise some funds for the Inverary United Church. If you're, so this is a monthly concert series. I stagger. I'll do 3 months over in Inverary, and then I'll do 3 months over in Battersea. So my Inverary stint is coming to a close this month. So next month we'll be over in Battersea. That's the Christmas one at 7:30, not 7, on December the 18th. I think, yes. Which will be nice because they're going to have it all decorated, because the Christmas Eve service is over in Battersea anyway. So we're lots of poinsettia plants to munch on.
To look at.
Look at, yeah. So this is called The Ballad of St. Anne's Reel. It was written by a fellow by the name of David Mallet. He wrote one of his more famous songs, other than this one, is one called The Garden Song, Inch by Inch, Row by Row. He wrote that one as well. But yeah, so this is a song. He put the setting of this song in Prince Edward Island, but also it features the very famous fiddle tune, the St. Anne's Reel, which Jessica will very ably play, and we sort of sprinkle it in throughout the song. He was stranded in a tiny town on fair Prince Edward Island, waiting for his ship to come and find him. One oar's place, a smiling face, some coffee and a tiny trace, fiddling in the distance far behind him. A dime across the counter, then a shy hello, a brand new friend walked along the street in the wintry weather. Yellow light, an open door, and a welcome friend, there's room for more. Then they're standing there inside together. He says, I've heard that tune somewhere before, but I can't remember when. Was it on some other friendly shore? Did I hear it on the wind? Was it written in the sky above? I think I heard it from someone I love, but I never sound so sweet since then. Little voices all take your hand. He's caught up in the magic of her smile, and leaped his heart within him went as off across the floor he sent, clumsy, bunny, graceful as a child. He says there's magic in the fiddler's arm, there's magic in this town, there's magic in the dancers' feet and the way they put 'em down. People smiling everywhere, boots and ribbons, locks of hair, laughter all the suits and Easter gown. Now the sailor's gone, the room is bare, the old piano's sitting there, someone's hat's left hanging on the rack. The empty chair, the wooden floor that feels the touch of shoes no more, waiting for the dancers to come back. And the fiddle's in the closet of some daughter of the town, the strings are broke and the bow is gone and the cover's buttoned down. But sometimes on December nights, when the air is cold and the wind is right, there's a melody that passes through the town. Here's it. And for our dancers. Nicely done. Well, we'll slow it down a little bit for you. How's that? Give you a chance to catch your breath. This is a John McClurg song. This is called Someone Thinks of You. Look how the clock it quivers. Look how the time goes fast. Look how the years made a change to all the things we thought would last. We can't afford to be wealthy. From now on we must stick to what is kind. Really nothing that the rich man has that the poor man can't hold in his mind. On the far side of this small town, the drive-in is just closed down. A dreamless picture and a dreamless sleep, with the black flies circling round. When you've got nothing else to do, remember sometime, somewhere, someone still thinks of you. for summer, and we slaved for the joy we could find. The boss let us have a radio. It played the one about the strawberry wine. I'm glad you've chosen the good life, and your children will have horses to ride. I'm glad your heart has published all the great things it used to hide. I have burned all of my bad books. I have scattered my sad seeds. If there's one thing I have learned from you, it's that the conflict brings the key. When you dream in shades of blue, remember sometime, somewhere, someone still thinks of you. Why don't we do Head in the Hay now, and then okay, so we're going to do another, this is another fiddle tune. Are you going to, is this an opportunity to step dance in this one at all? Yeah? All right. We flipped a coin, and one of us was going to step dance, and tonight it'll be Jessica. Let me just look down and see if I got the right shoes. Oh, I didn't bring my right shoes. Sure.
So Chris usually plays bouzouki on that tune, and once we got to the B part, you may have noticed I paused for a second. It was because I was listening to Chris on the guitar. I was like, oh, that's so good.
Actually, wait, why don't we do In the Garden so we don't have to sing after
Oh,
you're out of
right.
breath? We're going to try another, this is another old gospel favorite. This is called In the Garden. We got this ready for we played, when was that? It was about a month ago we played
It was
over
October 2nd.
October, oh, well, so.
I don't know why. I just remember dates really easily. It's
Over at the Verona Pentecostal Church, they have this outdoor gazebo. It was good practice to play in slightly chilly weather because we played in Belleville together last weekend.
yeah.
And it was they had their Festival of Lights, which was a lovely event and well attended, but it was on the chilly
It
side.
was very cold.
Over at the Pentecostal Church, they even had one of those propane heaters for us.
Yeah, I felt like a chicken in a chicken coop. It was like it was like an incubator. It's very nice.
They were having trouble lighting it, and I was having this thought of us all exploding in a fiery. But it all worked out well. What a great intro for this hymn. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. With me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks and the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. With me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with him, though the night around but he bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. Why don't we do the what's the name of the one we're sing? Do you want to do that one as a encore and then do Torrance? Yeah. We've got like 2 more songs to hit you with. This is another David Francie one. This is a fun one called "Tonight in My Dreams." Tell me, baby, would it be alright? Would it be alright if I saw you tonight? If I saw you tonight, saw you tonight in my dreams? Tell me, baby, would it be okay? We could get back home by the break of day. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. I ain't no liar, we can get higher than heaven above. I'm telling you, baby, it's true, this must be love. We could go out carrying on, just dance until dawn with the radio on. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. We could be dancing to a radio tune, I'll kiss you all night by the light of the moon. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. I ain't no liar, we can get higher than heaven above. I'm telling you, baby, it's true, this must be love. I'm telling you, baby, it's true, this must be love. Tell me, baby, would it be alright? Would it be alright if I saw you tonight? If I saw you tonight in my dreams? Oh, if I saw you tonight in my dreams. Yeah, if I saw you tonight in my dreams. Well, thank you so much. All right, we're going to leave you with a set of tunes. The first one Jessica wrote called Horse in the Forest. And then we've got a couple of traditional songs, an Irish one called Cooley's Reel, and then we're finishing it off with Mason's Apron, in case anyone's scoring at home. I don't see anyone feverishly writing down on their notepads or anything. Jessica Wedden, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. You want to do Hold Me Jesus first? Sure. Yeah. All right, we'll give you an extra one. You can. When am I dancing? I told myself I was going to dance if Canada won their game today, and I think I might have to say if they had won the whole World Cup, then maybe I would. Jessica's going to sing a Rich Mullins song for you. This is one that it's called "Hold Me, Jesus."
It's one I debated chickening out on. Salvation Army bands playing this hymn. And your grace rings out so deep, makes my resistance seem so thin. So hold me, Jesus, 'cause I'm shaking like a leaf. You have been King of my glory. Won't you be my Prince of Peace? I'm singing, hold me, Jesus, 'cause I'm shaking like a leaf. You have been King of my glory. Won't you be my Prince of Peace?
Well, thank you. Well, all right, we have one more David Francie song to practice. This is called Torn Screen Door. This was really the song that well, it's the title track of the album of his first album, and I heard this song and just thought, wow. I mean, there's some great songs on that album, but this one really made me kind of do a double take. A late summer day and my love and I went walking. Over hills and fields we walked, laughing and talking. Came across an old farmhouse standing broken and bare. It used to be someone's home, now no one lives there. And there's a red barn standing held together with nails and dust. And a tired old Massey Harris, all wires and rust. Weeds overgrown in a garden sown with care. It used to be someone's home, now no one lives there. Through the crack in the window pane, I hear the sound of the falling rain. Another farm being left run down. Another family moved into town. Had a life that they tried to save, but the banks took it all away. Hung a sign on a torn screen door. Nobody lives here no more. They worked their fingers to the bone. Nothing left they could call their own. Packed it in under leaden skies, with just the wheat waving them goodbye. Had a life that they tried to save, but the banks took it all away. Hung a sign on a torn screen door. Nobody lives here no more. Had a life that they tried to save, but the banks took it all away. Hung a sign on a torn screen door. Nobody lives here no more. Thank you again for coming. Thank you to Jessica for coming all the way from Titchburn. And we'll see you again.